This is in the air to right field. Back it goes. Nando has done it again. Fernando Tatis Jr., a grand slam. And the Padres go on top 14-3. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Hey there, this is Real Talk Baseball. I'm Carlos Baseball, and this is Will Power, man. Hey, what's going on in the league, dude, with the Tatis home run?
That seems to be the talk of the town right now, man. I don't know. What do you think about this unwritten rule of no swinging on a 3-0 count?
I don't like it. I mean, yeah, you grow up, right? You grow up not swinging at 3-0 because the coaches tell you, hey, if you go up there, don't swing. Don't swing until you get a strike, right? So you grow up knowing all these rules, and they're pretty much thrown at you every day. Like, you got to follow the rules. So you grow up and you play and you keep playing, and those rules stick with you. They stick with you even when you're older, and in the major leagues too. You hear about them, right? But this time, I don't know. I don't agree with it. Tatis hit a 3-0 home run. It was the score was 10-3, and he hit it out. It became 14-3. Maybe Woodward hasn't even heard about his dad. You know, his dad hit 2 grand slams in one game. And I mean, in one inning.
In the same inning.
Exactly. So, you're giving up that soon. It's the major leagues, dude. So I don't agree with that unwritten rule, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't either. Honestly, the same thing that I wrote on our Instagram. I said, we're in an MLB era that your individual stats are just as important as your team stats, especially if you're a rookie trying to get a big contract like Tatis, or a veteran chasing a record. Real talk.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's like guys like Albert Pujols that just he just passed the third all time for home runs, in all of MLB history. It's like, if he didn't take those opportunities to get every home run every time he had a chance, then he possibly couldn't break that record. We don't know how long he has left in his career. It might be his last season this year. You never know. Yeah. So honestly, how I feel is, if you have an opportunity to strike. You know what I mean?
And that's the pitcher's fault. He's not even throwing strikes. He's the one that loaded him up. He loaded up the bases, and he didn't throw a strike. Whose fault is that? It's not Tatis' fault. Tatis went after it.
The two batters right before Tatis, right?
Yeah.
So you can't find the strike zone. How is that my fault when you throw one down the middle? You throw a cookie down the middle. You expect me not to swing? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. And then Woodward gets all mad because they're like, oh, he shouldn't be swinging at 3-0. Well, then you're giving up that soon? Like, come on. You're giving up. So what you're saying is we should have mercy rule in major leagues? Like, no. That's why they're in the major leagues, because they're really good and they can probably catch up. They could score. Dude, I've seen a game, and it was a Padres game back in the days with Tony Gwynn. They scored 14 runs in one inning, and they was an extra inning game. So it could happen. So what you're saying to me right now with Woodward getting all mad is he gave up. He's giving up on his team. He's saying, I'm not going to, deal with this anymore. I'm just going to say no. He should have not swung into 3-0. It's like, come on, man. Are you serious? It's like saying, don't steal bases if we're up 4. Like, no. You go out there, you play your hardest. Let the kids play. That's real talk. Let the kids play. And that's what it is.
Honestly, in 2017, Manny Machado got traded from the Orioles to the Dodgers. And there was a game. Chris Woodward was the third base coach at the time. He got replaced by Dino Ebel, who's the third base coach now. But Chris Woodward, he proved his worth, and he got signed by the Texas Rangers to become the manager. But in 2017, as a third base coach, Dodgers were up by 7 runs, and I believe it was in the 8th or 9th inning. And Machado hits a grand slam. And, it's the almost the same exact situation. But when Machado's running around the bases and he rounds third, Woodward gives Machado, a high five. What changed 3 years ago until now? Now you're going to be upset about it because it's the other team that did it against you. But when it's your team that does it, you're okay with it. Yeah, that's the hypocrisy that I see. I really don't understand how Chris Woodward can really come out and say something like that when he's already proven that he's been okay with it in the past.
Yeah. And for those who don't know what's going on, like what the video is showing is a 3-0 count. So it's 3 balls, no strikes. And most of the hitters actually take that ball because they want to take more pitches and they want to see a perfect pitch so they can go ahead and did what Tatis did. Tatis actually didn't even wait for it. He just went and swung because that's the name of the game. You have to score runs to win the game. If you have a bunch of runs already, it doesn't matter. You still go out there and play. So what the coach from the Texas Rangers is pretty much saying is stop playing and let the game finish faster. Or I don't get it. I don't understand why this man got so upset at the fact that Tatis hit it out. And then the next batter after Tatis, which is Machado, they threw at him. They threw over his head. Like, come on. Why are you doing that? Why are you throwing at Machado after Tatis had hit that grand slam? And then Tatis had to apologize? Like, no, man, you don't have to apologize for nothing, dude.
And honestly, that's the part that pissed me off the most because the manager, Tingler, or whatever that guy's name is from the Padres, and Eric Hosmer did not have Tatis's back. You have to have your teammates back, no matter what. That's why I really like guys like Puig or Bryce Harper that are willing to go and fight for your teammates. You know, you don't go. Okay, so if you didn't see the rest of the video, Eric Hosmer grounds out to end the inning, and then he turns to the Rangers dugout and he tells them, "We'll talk to him. We'll talk to him." And then he goes back to the dugout, and you see Hosmer and Tatis talking. Tatis is just kind of like staring off into space, like really like thinking like, dang, I messed up. Dang, I messed up. But, man, you didn't mess up, you know?
He didn't.
Because a veteran like Hosmer is telling you that you messed up, that may be what he has in his own mind. But seriously, though, as a teammate, you need to be building each other up. Now, if Tatis was like a jerk about it, flip people off, or, something like that, then that's the time to really step in and start, talking to your teammate and trying to calm him down, telling him that he did wrong. But how are you going to tell your teammate he did wrong? By getting a grand slam?
Yeah. No, and if I was Tatis, I would have been telling him, do you know who my dad is? My dad hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning. Understand that. He hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning. And I was at that game, by the way. Shangho Park gave up those 2 home runs, and it sucked. It really sucked. It hurt because I was in the parking lot when they hit the first one. And when I went into the game, I sat in left field. That's when Tatis hit the other one. And we're like, what? This is the same inning. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah. So if you could score a bunch of runs in 1 inning, keep playing. I disagree. I disagree with what's going on with all this, unwritten rule. I don't like it. I don't like it. And Tatis shouldn't be apologizing.
It also goes with, you don't want to burn out your hot streak. Why take a pitch when it's a hittable pitch? You want to continue, your hot streak. Like Tatis has been on fire lately. Yeah. And I was really hoping after I saw that it wouldn't get into his head and, make him like, get a little cold. But actually, he's still been pretty hot. So that's good for him.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. Hey, this is Carlos Baseball, and this is Will Power. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook on Real Talk Baseball. And make sure you guys smash a like and subscribe on YouTube. This is us, and we're signing out.
See ya.